So I made a trip to the Secretary of State today here in downtown Los Angeles, and I had 4 different documents I needed to get apostilled. One of them was a death certificate going to Mexico. The other one was a birth certificate that is going to the Dominican Republic. And here's the completed apostille right here. This is for the state of California. State of California, Secretary of State. Down here it mentions The Hague, apostille, and it has information here basically about who signed this birth certificate or who notarized it and the dates and everything like that. This is what you want to look at right here. This stamp right here is the apostille stamp. Now, each state can apostille documents. The way each state does it is a little bit different. Here in California, you can see this is the way they do it. Now, when they stamp this, if you can see here, they stamp both pages so that they're basically linked together. You see that? So part of the stamp is right here. The other part of the stamp is right here on the actual apostille certificate. So this is the stamp you're looking for. This is the apostille. They kind of stamp part of the original document and also the apostille certificate. Now, I only show you this because I had a client who did a bunch of these apostilles, 6 of them, for real estate transactions in the Philippines. And she had called me 3 weeks later because she had a few more documents she needed to have done. When I walked into her house, she had all 6 of these laid out on the kitchen table. And the problem was she had taken the staples out. You see there's a staple there, there's a staple here. She'd taken the staples out of all of them and separated them. And she said she had to make copies of everything, and she was just going to staple them back together. Don't do this. What's going to happen is she's going to take this to the Philippines, and if the Philippines can see that staples have been removed and the stamp is not matching up properly, you see how it matches up perfectly on this one? It's difficult to do that. So she's taken the staples out right here and separated everything. It's going to be very difficult to match those back up again. Plus, the staples, they're going to see that there's staple marks that are in there, and if she doesn't staple it exactly in the same place where they previously were, it's been tampered with. I explained to her that you can't do this, and she says, well, how am I supposed to make copies of it then? Well, that's kind of the purpose of getting an apostille. That's why it's so difficult to get and sometimes expensive, is because you can't copy it. The way they do it, or the way they stamp both pages together, you cannot copy it. It's done with a red stamp and everything else. So, if you need to get a document apostilled, I don't care what state you're in, what country it's for, you need to call me. I can get it done correctly and give you instructions on how to handle it so it doesn't get rejected. My name is Rufus. I'm the Notary Dude. My contact information is below.